This is a Raspberry Pi Pico, and this is our IoT development board for the Pico. To start with, let me tell you the advantages of using the Why Not IoT development board instead of using the Raspberry Pi Pico directly. Raspberry Pi Pico does not have Wi-Fi built into the board. The Why Not board adds this support. The add-on Wi-Fi module not only provides network connectivity using Wi-Fi, it comes with built-in support to sync data directly with different cloud databases. It allows you to sync your data with popular cloud databases like Google's FireCloud, Amazon AWS, Adafruit, etc. And you can do all this without requiring complex embedded coding skills. With just a few lines of code, you can sync your data with different IoT platforms. I was able to send data from the Pico to a cloud real-time database and then read it back too. All this in just 5 lines of code. Amazing, isn't it? The next advantage of using the Why Not development board is the simplicity in which sensors and actuators are connected to the Pico. When you develop an embedded project, it is bound to have several sensors, actuators, and other components connected using breadboards and wires. This makes the entire setup quite cumbersome and also prone to errors. Many times, wires just come out of the breadboards or other components. We end up spending a lot of time on debugging these disconnected wires. This can be a daunting task even for experienced developers, and certainly a nightmare for beginners. The Why Not Pico IoT board addresses this issue. These boards have been designed in a way such that you can connect most of the common sensors by simply using pairs of RMC wires. RMC stands for Relimate Connector. A Relimate male connector looks like this. There are several RMC pins that are fixed on the dev board. Along with the boards, you will find several RMC wires. These wires have RMC female terminals on both ends. There are 2 advantages of using RMC pins and wires. First of all, you will not be able to connect these wires to the wrong terminals. The Relimate pin and the wires have notches. The wires will fit into the connector only when you push it in the correct direction. So, there's no danger of reversing the polarity or connecting the wires to the wrong point. Second advantage is that you can use regular DuPont wires or header wires if your project requires so. A DuPont female header wire fits in easily into the RMC pin. We've also marked the name of different sensors on the PCB. The sensors that are marked are relay for connecting to a 2-channel relay. I2C. This is for connecting to any device that uses the I2C protocol. The example which we'll be using in our tutorials are OLED displays. PIR, to connect to a PIR sensor module. IR and Hall, to connect to an IR obstacle sensor or Hall effect sensor. U-Sound, to connect to an ultrasound sensor module. DHT, to connect to a DHT sensor, that is digital humidity and temperature sensor module. UART, to connect to any sensor that uses UART for communication. PB, to connect to a push button. SPI, to connect to a SPI device. The pins in our dev board has been configured with the MFRC 522 RFID reader in mind. Buzz, to connect to a buzzer. Analog, to connect to any analog sensor like the LDR or the smoke sensor. The Why Not Pico board has connectors for 3 different analog sensors. Although the connectors have been marked with the above names, it is not necessary that you must connect only to these sensors. You can use these connectors to connect to any sensors which has a similar pin out. For example, you could use the connector marked as relay to connect to any sensor which uses 5 volts VCC, data 1, data 2 and ground. If you use the relay's RMC connector, then you'll have to use GPIO 6, D6 and D7 of Pico. On the Pico's RMC connector for relay, you'll have to use GPIO D6 and D7. Apart from the RMC connector, we've also exposed all the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi Pico directly by providing a pair of 20-pin header pins, which are directly mounted on top of the Raspberry Pi Pico. There are a few jumpers and power connectors on the board. In most cases, you can leave it at the default setting. To understand these jumpers, please refer to the board's user manual. With this much of introduction, we are now ready to start working on building projects. These boards are right now in the design stage. We will be launching the final campaign very soon. Sign up and stay tuned.